I want to do a video of this 100-year commemorative Rolex Oyster Perpetual watch to commemorate their 100 years of Oyster case. This is reference number 126003. It is in 36 millimeters and it has a case thickness of 11.5 millimeters, a lug width here of 20 millimeters. The bracelet itself tapers down to 18 millimeters, and then the clasp is 20 millimeters, and this is a clasp with the Easy Link extension, so you can adjust the bracelet length on the fly while wearing it. But it does not have the Rolex Explorer's double clasp, which I actually prefer it to not have the double clasp. It's just a single latch. Now, the features that this has, different than the current Oyster Perpetual lineup that commemorate the 100-year anniversary, are one, the 100 years written on the crown under the Rolex logo, the 100 years written on the dial where it typically would write Swiss made would be written, and the 18 karat gold yellow accents. The bezel is 18 karat yellow gold. The crown is 18 carats of yellow gold. The handset and hour markers are also, including the applied Rolex logo here at 12 o'clock, are all of that yellow 18 karat gold. In addition, what's different from the current Oyster Perpetual lineup is the dial. This is a slate gray sunburst or sunray dial, and the current Oyster Perpetual lineup all have high gloss colored dials, whereas this has the sunray dial, which I much prefer over the high gloss dial. In addition, the Rolex font, the Rolex is written in a green classic Rolex color, along with the painted squares just on the minutes track outside of the chromalite filled hour markers. So on the regular Oyster Perpetuals, all of those painted squares are painted with a bright white, whereas these are painted with the classic Rolex green to match the color the logo's written in. I think that is really, really cool. I already have the Rolex Oyster Perpetual in 36 millimeters with the 3130 movement without the anti-reflective coating, whereas the new Oyster Perpetuals have the 3230 movement with anti-reflective coating on the underside of the crystal. And so I wanted to upgrade this one to the new Oyster Perpetual, but two things I didn't like about the new ones were the high gloss dials and the bright white painted painted squares on the minute track right outside the hour markers. I think that those bright white painted squares kind of cluttered the dial a little, and it made it seem very redundant, where you already have these nice white chromalite filled hour markers. Those white squares just looked kind of redundant they weren't needed for increased legibility or anything, and they just made the dial look a little cluttered. Whereas on my old Oyster Perpetual, again, this doesn't have a gloss dial. This has a sunray or sunburst dial, and on the minutes track, instead of those painted white squares, it has numerals. So it has like 60, and then it has 5, 10, 15, 20 at each hour marker instead of those painted squares. But this does lack the anti-reflective coating, so I was always looking to upgrade, but between the gloss dial and the painted squares, I never felt like I wanted to pull the trigger until this showed up. And then I was like, hello, what is this? This is really neat. And so the painted squares don't look cluttered because it's that dark green classic Rolex. So it kind of stays a little bit blended in with the dark slate dial. And in addition, the dial itself is that sunray. Although the sunray or sunburst dial on this commemorative watch is more prominent and more pronounced. The sun ray is more pronounced than that of my original Oyster Perpetual, which is fine. It looks really cool. Now I do have the Explorer with the high gloss lacquered dial, And on this particular watch, I think it's fitting and I don't find it as distracting, largely because the hour markers and the handset take up a little bit more of the real estate of the dial. And so the high gloss isn't as distracting, but rather provides a good amount of contrast. But on these watches, the Oyster Perpetuals, there's a little bit more dial exposed, and they're a little bit more of a dressy watch than this tool watch over here. And I think the Sunray dial is more fitting, and so that's at least my preference. And so on these Oyster Perpetuals where there's more dial exposed, I really do prefer the Sunray dial. And so this watch ticked all the boxes. Like it addressed the high gloss dial and the bright hour markers. One other thing I was unsure of is when I saw this on the website, I was unsure if I would actually like the I wasn't sure if I would find the yellow gold bezel and crown distracting. However, once I have it in person, since they included a handset and hour markers as well as logo in yellow gold, it actually ties everything together very nicely. And so I don't find it distracting at all. I really dislike a two-tone bracelet, which I'm glad this doesn't have. And so long story short, even though people have called it like out of place or undone or ugly, I think that's totally not the case, and I really, really like it, and it's very unique. And I like that this has some Easter eggs to commemorate the 100-year anniversary, like the gold accents, the color on the logo, the 100 years down here, the 100 years on the crown, or the 100 on the crown. And like, I think this is probably going to only have a 1-year run. So I think this is a really cool watch. And, you know, it doesn't, and the nice thing is none of that takes away from the legibility. And if anything, in my opinion, it adds to the legibility or at least aesthetic because it removes those bright white hour mark painted squares. Anyways, it's probably not a watch that's going to draw too much attention, except probably from enthusiasts. So if someone, you kind of know if you know that this was the 100-year commemorative watch, and then all of the unique features just add to the overall character of the watch because it's that special commemorative watch. All right, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review and my take on it. Overall, I'm thinking it's pretty cool. Thanks again. All right, bye-bye.